Good evening, everyone. This is Bremster, and I'm continuing my journey with Alexplorer, my level 35 XP locked Paladin, who is doing the journey through all of the original vanilla zones in retail in whatever format they are at the moment. I have just arrived at the harborage in Swamp of Sorrows because I'm planning on heading into Blasted Lands. And I'm not sure which version of Blasted Lands I need to ride it or run into. For people who aren't familiar with the way I'm playing this game, is there a mailbox here? There is. The way I'm playing this in this particular iteration, I am doing. I'm staying pretty much ground mounted for as much as is possible, and I am using gear that I am getting from my playthrough rather than using gear that I've gotten from buying or taking anything in from other expansions. I am and I'm just playing through the stories. Now I need to confirm which version.
Need help?
No, this is the version of Blasted Lands I want to be in. I think. Could be wrong. It's all good, Keith. You don't have to keep the stream running constantly, but it probably helps. Yeah, I can't get that well ground mounted. I should have gone out through the back door, I think. So I've got a quest here. Scout the ships.
Congratulations.
Okay, well that happened easily. There is a quest here.
Where do we stand?
Azeroth has been invaded by a vicious enemy that seems bent on world domination. We must act quickly if we are to put a stop to the chaos that is unfolding around us.
Our enemies must...
We received reports of the dark portal turning red right before the attack. They call themselves the Iron Horde. Yet they seem to have no affiliation with the Horde we know. Their army is extremely well equipped, and their numbers appear to be unending. They have already taken Netherguard Keep. Our troops on the front lines could use your help. Okay.
We must not fail.
Those Iron Horde cannons are laying waste to our troops. I'm not sure how much more of this we can handle. Our forces are already spread too thin. There must be a way to stop those war machines. But I don't think there are any war machines. I think the quest that you are offering me is for a different version of of Blasted Lands. Interesting. Yes, level 35 quests. So that's an interesting twist.
Hello.
You sort of walking? That's bad. Worgen ghost? That's even worse. Those weren't horde ships. They were Gilnean, and they must have been headed down to Sarowich at the bottom of the tainted forest. That makes a lot more sense. We've got to try and help them, Alexplorer. The Worgen are our allies.
Keep your feet on the ground. See you soon.
Based on what you're telling me, it sounds like there aren't many survivors, just restless spirits. The least we can do is give them a day rest. Yeah, now takes a long draw off a mug of black ale. Head back to the Shatter Store and vanquish the Worgen ghosts that still remain. Doing so should Shatter Shore and vanquish the Worgen ghosts that still remain. Doing so should release their spirit from this world and allow them to pass into the next.
Safe travels. Keep your feet on the ground.
The other thing that concerns me about those shipwrecks is all the vultures that they've attracted. Knowing how those birds operate, they've already picked the bones clean, but still, we can't allow them to further desecrate the bodies of our friends. Before I brood, I hunted. Here, take this bow, and more importantly, these arrows. They've been laced with a little concoction that should give those bone pickers a surprise.
Safe travels. Out of range. I can't use that item yet. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I need to get closer. It's too far away.
Doing this 20 times is a lot.
Out of range. It's too far away. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Got 'em.
How are you? See you soon.
Takes a sip of a freshly refilled mug. Hey, you've done well, Lassie. You'll do the Alliance
Safe
proud.
travels.
The tragedy what happened on the Shattershore. They weren't even soldiers, just people looking for a new home. I think we've done all we can, Alexplorer.
See you soon.
It's time for you to visit the Watcher. He's been in a bit of a mood lately. I'm not quite sure why. Head up to the top of the Mage Tower and check in with him. I don't have any work for you here, but I'm certain that he will.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Hi Eric, have a good day. Well, that completely didn't pay off using the speed boost.
Need help? Farewell.
Greetings.
My associates were correct to send you here to me. I have a problem which may threaten the sanctity of Nethergard, and I need someone more capable than most.
Be careful.
You may have already run into some of the Shadow-sworn cultists that dwell in the caves just to the southwest of Nethergard. They do not impress an immediate danger upon our fortress, but I fear that they are planning something more dreadful than you can imagine. The low-ranking members carry spell fungi that may hold an answer. Bring some back to me intact, if you can wrench them from the cultists' hands.
For the Alliance.
Need help? Safe travels. See you around.
Oops. It's Mordak! There is now less Mordak. A shard of glimmering rock sits before you. You sense that this item would be of value to someone within blasted lands.
Congratulations.
So you can get imperfect Dranithus crystals. You used to be able to get perfect Dranithus crystals as well. They would come from Teramis. Was it Teramis the Devourer that used to walk around this instance or fly around this zone? Being the big dragon that would terrify everyone. You'd just be casually questing and then Teramis the Devourer would arrive and eat you. Another imperfect Heirlooms crystal. I wonder if Tyrannus the Devourer still roams these lands. Another imperfect Dranithus crystal.
Congratulations.
Oh. No.
Congratulations.
So, nothing phenomenal? I got another imperfect Dranithus crystal.
Congratulations.
They seem to drop quite a bit. All the way to the top of the tower. Up, up, up the ziggurat lickety-split. Here we go up the tower again, the tower again, the tower again. Here we go up the tower again to hand into the quest guy.
Light be with you.
The cultists will not part easily with their foci, but I got them.
Honor, friend.
Ably done, Alexplorer. Now we see if my suspicions are correct. Watcher selects a spell focus and focuses intently on its shadows. After a moment, he turns back to you with a look of horror on his face.
Light bless you.
I need you to pass on a message for me. Kazim Sharim is an old blood mage that knows a great deal about the demons of the blasted lands, though you wouldn't know it from looking at him. He is quite old and very powerful, if a little eccentric. As of late, he spends his days in the back of the Serpent's Coil, a cave not far from where you killed those cultists. Please deliver this message to him. He will know what it means. And I appear to be dropping frames. My internet speed is absolutely fine. Yeah, and I've stopped dropping frames. Seems to be half the time when I do an internet speed check, I stop dropping frames. I have stopped dropping frames. But I need to deliver a message to a very powerful spellcaster who just happens to be in a cave nearby. Kasim Sharim. Let's go to see Kasim. You go boom. You were making a big boom, so I'll make you go boom. I remember this cave, vaguely. Twill. It's Kasim Sharim. You're a tiny little bed. I don't know you. You Nethergarden nincompoops are always 2 steps behind me. I'm nowhere near as fast as I used to be. And I'm nowhere near as fast as I used to be. I don't need Mahar's note to know what's going on. Why do you think I'm cooped up in the back of this cave? What I do need, however, is a strong human like you. Did you have fun fighting your way to the back of this cave? I admit I haven't picked the most convenient of spots to perform my studies, especially for passing adventurers who wish to enter and leave at will. However, I can allow you to attune yourself to my bloodstone teleporters. Simply place your hands on the stone at the back corner, and you'll be teleported outside of the cave. Then use the stone outside to teleport back.
Congratulations.
Excellent. You've managed to complete the simplest of tasks without dying. Now that that's out of the way. Like any good blood mage, I perform my magic with blood. All blood is different, and the Blasted Lands has several useful flavours, if you know where to look. For our purposes, basilisks and hyenas, even amounts. We're going to need plenty of it. Head west to the centre of the Blasted Lands, and don't forget you can use that teleporter. Obtain 9 vials of Snickerfang hyena blood and 9 vials of redstone basilisk blood. Contrary to popular belief, ancient and powerful blood mages do not drink blood. We eat normal food like everybody else, something which can be hard to come by in the recesses of a hostile cultist stronghold. The Ashbane boars in the central valley of the Blasted Land are, if nothing else, convenient for eating, as their meat does not require any cooking. Will you hunt these boars and get me to replenish my ever-dwindling food stores? I can probably do that. I think that's the first mob I've killed in... You don't kill many mobs in retail that don't actually drop anything. What is that? Whatever it is, it has to die. And it's telling me that I should absolutely, for my mount in this zone, use a core hound.
I'm out of range. It's too far away.
I suppose it depends what sort of quest it is and what sort of game you're playing.
Out of range. It's too far away.
Now I need more hyena.
Out of range. Congratulations. 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 Congratulations.
Who pulled the soldier with the core hound? I think a hunter did, but he's dead now. Do you have it? More than enough. And still warm. Now let's get this ritual started, shall we? I suppose you want to know what we're doing. Here's the short version, a version which I happen to be an expert. The Shadowsworn's cultists wish to summon the demon, Rezelik, back to the blasted lands. We cannot allow this to happen, so we're going to summon him ourselves, and then kill him. A task not as simple as it sounds. Let me know when you're ready to begin the blood ritual, and then stand back. I'm famished. If you don't hurry, I might actually resort to drinking our reagents. These are perfect, Alexplorer. I will eat well for the next several days.
Congratulations.
Very well, stand back. This may get messy. The blood ritual is complete, and I can now see where 3 amulets await you. The blood ritual was a success, and I can clearly see where we are going next. I'm sorry, I misspoke. What I meant to say is I could see where you are going next. To summon our demon, we need 3 amulets. The first is the amulet of Alistair J. Alistair J himself is dead, but he locked his amulet up in a trove inside this very cave. Along with the other amulets, this relic will give us access to Rezelik's perch. The amulet is close to the entrance. I recommend using the teleporter. The second amulet, Savine's amulet, is in the hands of a Murloc, far to the south on a shelf that overlooks the Shadow Shore. How it ended up in that Murloc's possession, I cannot say, but I can state with certainty that you will find it there. Bring her amulet to me, along with the rest. Grull, the ogre. It would seem that Grall's body no longer rests with the ogres. His body, along with his amulet of power, is in a wrecked ship off the Shadow Shore to the east. His amulet is the last. Once combined, the 3 will give us access to Rezelik, and therein lies our chance to stop his madness.
Congratulations.
How are you playing time? I see foil of dreams. You will never take amulet. Groll lives forever. Groll will kill you.
Congratulations.
Poor Groll. Groll did not win. My mount is supposed to be able to swim, or at least ride on the water, but it's not working. Now it's working, but not well. What? You know, just the war chief of the Horde standing here. I mean... Home gone, Naga. So, village gone, family gone, Naga take everything. The Murloc struggles to speak your language. Rockpool! Attacked! Nagatoden! Take village! Villages! Saltflop escape! But others do not. Go south. Talk to Chief Neptune. Maybe he'll survive. Saltflop has asked you to speak with Chief Neptune of the Rockpool Murlocs.
Congratulations.
Fine, amulet take. But human help Rockpool. What the hell is Thrall doing here? Like... seriously? Flawless Dranithus Crystal. See, they do exist. The Murloc spirit looks upon you sadly. Saltflop did not shame himself by running away. Look behind me. See for yourself. The Rockpool had no hope against Naga attack. Through his lips do not move, you can feel the Murloc chief speaking to you. The Bloodwash Naga and Rockpool Murloc have lived among one another for as long as we can remember. We have always had our differences, but never provoked one another. Why then would they turn on us? Neptune looks over his shoulder at his former villagers. You see what they do now. They enslave us, sacrifice us, force us to fight one another. I will stop them, human. And you will be my weapon.
Get closer.
I'm not seeing many enchantresses. Man, I'm getting a lot of greens.
I need to get closer. Congratulations.
Oh, you're kidding. No, there's a ramp here. Good. Well done, well, brave Paladin. I am pleased, but I am not yet satisfied. He will never be satisfied. Neptulon, the Tide Hunter, is our god. He was the god of the bloodwash too, but they have turned their back on him, it seems. Now they choose to worship only Ashara, their Naga queen. You will see likenesses of Ashara littered around their settlements, carved out of sea stone. The Moloch spirit eyes your weapon. That weapon will do. Send it through the Azir idols. They need to be reminded that our father Nepulon is the one who truly rules the seas. No number of Naga deaths will bring back the Rockpool tribe, but any amount of revenge will help the spirits of my people rest more easily. Many of the more powerful Bloodwash have set up a fortress in the caverns to the northwest. Slay them in the name of the Rockpool. The remaining Bloodwash have erected gladiatorial pools and Ashia altars on our beach, where they pit my people against one another and worship their false god. Slay them in the name of the Tide Hunter. Rockpool tadpoles left upon this crate appear tired, scared, and nearly dried out. They need to be taken to the water and quickly. Perhaps if you can drag this crate across the beach into the Forbidden Sea, far off the coast of the Red Roaches, then they will have a chance of escaping. Oh, okay. How far do I have to take them? It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. I'm going to drown doing this. Isn't this going to be in deep water?
Congratulations.
The rockpool tadpole was left upon this crate to appear tired, scared, and nearly dried out. Yeah, I've done that. What? I did that. The rockpool tadpole slowed off into the disc, thankful and safe. Another flawless Dranithist sphere.
Congratulations.
Now I need acolytes and zealots. There's no one more zealot. Oh, there's no greater zealot than a convert.
Congratulations.
Still recharging.
Not a single pearl. I don't know how to get out of this cave. I don't even know which way the exit is. I'm hoping it, no, it's not this way. This can't be right. There's got to be a way out of here. There's got to be a way out of here. They don't put dead ends in. I can't believe after all this time I'm helping Murlocs. The light has abandoned me.
I need to get closer.
Okay. You make an old Murloc proud. Human, thank you, and may the waves ever lap at your feet. The last rockpool may be taken hostage today and killed tomorrow, Landwalker, but they will pass into the underworld knowing that a brave human avenged their death. That's me, I'm the brave human. I'm a very, very brave human. I feel special. Very, very important. That's me. I actually recorded a puzzle today that I did not like. I mean, it was very clever. I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't my style. And so recording a couple of months in advance, so the last time I recorded World Puzzle Federation puzzles, I have no idea if anyone is still here from the puzzle community. The last time I recorded World Puzzle Federation puzzles was back in April. So it was time to record some more. I've still got the ones I recorded in April unreleased, but I wanted to get ahead again. And so I was recording the next set, and the point system is all screwed. You'll see when you get there in a couple of months. So it'll probably be in October. Very weird. Alistair J left a piece of himself in that amulet. Even now, I can sense his evil. He was an archmage. I can feel it. I will hold the amulet for you while you collect the rest. Savine's amulet, along with the others. We can summon the Defiler. A warlock, and a powerful one at that. I will hold on to this until the time is right. The third amulet from Razalik's third lieutenant. He was a powerful warrior, this one. I will keep the amulet until we are ready to proceed. Razlik plans to return to the Blasted Lands and overwhelm Azeroth with his demons. Even now he is preparing to summon his legions to eliminate us. With these 3 amulets, we have the method to summon him, but no way to destroy him. The gnome quickly draws a rune in the air and hands it to you. Deliver this to Grimio at the Dark Portal to the southeast. He will guide you. Quickly, time is short. And so am I.
Congratulations.
10 years. Like time? But, so with the World Puzzle Federation puzzles, they are given point values, what they're worth if you solve them, and you're trying to solve as many points worth in as little time as possible, sort of thing. And there was one puzzle in the set that was worth 27 points that took me about 26 minutes to solve, and then the puzzles that were worth 70 something points took me under 20 minutes. There's something that I just do not understand it, and I've re-looked at it, and I've asked a computer to ask me what I missed in everything, and it's like, nope, the 27 point puzzle, there's something really dumb about it.
Congratulations.
I get an emerald encrusted chest. And then I get another emerald encrusted chest.
Congratulations.
That has another griffin wing longbow? Really? And a dark phantom cape that it says is worth 8,500 gold. I don't agree. Yeah, but this one, you'll understand when you see them. If you look at, if you go to the World Puzzle Federation site and you download 2016 Set 2, you'll understand what it, and have a look at the crop key, puzzle. You'll understand what I mean. It doesn't make any sense that that's a 27 point puzzle. Just dumb.
Good fortune.
Do I know you, good human?
Favor the road.
No, not Kazim again. This is madness. Please, remain quiet. If my commander learns that I still work for the Short One, do you know how quickly I will be removed from the watch? If I see you speak the truth, let us begin our business quickly so that it may end even quicker.
Dionys Akar. Good health.
Kasim wants you to gather granite chips from these chunks of rock around the Dark Portal. I don't know what he wants the rocks for, what he'd want rocks for, but I have my suspicions, and they're not pleasant ones. Use this pick and look for small outcroppings of rock along the edge of the portal's blast radius.
Be kind, those less fortunate.
Shroom wants demon blood. Speaking personally, the stuff does not even seem like blood to me, more like liquid rot, but that is of no consequence. Luckily for you, the area around the dark portal is crawling with demons, infernals, fellhounds, feral guards. They've all got what you need, in copious, pustulant amounts.
Remember the lessons of the past.
King's honor, friend. Go with honor.
I'll have a look at that quest later. I think I got the flow of the puzzle. It's just really weird. I think the puzzle just... It's possible the puzzle was set as a trap puzzle. One of the things about competition puzzles is they want to drive home the fact that one of the skills you use when you're competition solving is when to know when to give up a puzzle as not worth the time, and also when to know, while solving a puzzle, when to basically give up on logic and start using guesswork. Because when you're speed solving and you're trying to get... The entire point is to not do good logic or anything like that. It's just to punch in the right answer. If you punch in the right answer, that's all that matters. So if you get something down to there's two possible ways of solving, or there's two possible options, or whatever, you get a cell down to 2 digits, and one of them is going to break the puzzle open, then you just punch in one of the digits, and if finding the correct logic is not the fastest way to solve. So most of the time, the best way to do it, and if you talk to speed solvers, a lot of them will say this, all you want to do is get the right answer. Doesn't matter how. So, often it could be one of those puzzles where they wanted the solvers to quickly make the call to find the right cell to just put in what looked like the most restricted option and prove it to be either correct or wrong. There's Teramis. He does still exist. And he didn't drop a perfect. He used to always drop a perfect. But he doesn't anymore.
Congratulations.
Because Teramis the Devourer was the elite that would fly around the zone and just eat you.
What are you looking for?
Blessings upon you. Do not lose faith.
Please lower your voice.
Blessings.
I hope
upon
this
you,
is what the gnome wanted.
Good health. No.
Oh, what is that smell? Is that you or the blood?
Remember the
There
lesson.
is no doubt about it. You have found demon blood. Kasim's request aside, I am sure that my watch commander is thankful for your efforts. They may have been struggling to deal with these demons' distractions for some time.
Favor the road, traveler.
Grimio finishes packing the materials up in a neatly wrapped package. That is all the gnome asked of us. When you see him, make sure you let him know that this task ends my debt. I will not suffer his requests any longer.
Be kind.
Congratulations.
To those less fortunate.
It's not giving up. It's you got to remember, it's the point is to get the answer into the matrix, or get the correct solution into the prompt as fast as possible. That's the goal. That's the only goal that matters. It's not about solving the puzzle. And if you need to get row 3 and column 7, and you solve to the point where you get row 3 and column 7, you stop solving the rest of the puzzle. Because you've got the answer you need, the rest of the digits don't matter. So often when you're competition solving, you don't actually fully solve the puzzle. You get only the information you need and then stop. You've returned, Paladin. This is sufficient. If you see Grimio again, you may tell him that he performed satisfactorily. But no, his debt is not yet cleared. I will get to work on fashioning the stone knife of sealing. There is no need for questions now. All will be revealed in time. While I work, I have another task for you to complete. Don't look so upset. This task will be fun. It involves collecting body parts. We need Lorimus Delapides, the demon hunter. He knows Leslick's true name. As you know, if you know the name of the demon, you can have the power over it. The problem is Lorimus has been killed and his body torn apart. If you bring me the pieces, we still have a recourse. All 3 pieces are in the west. The Dreadmaw ogres hide them in their caves. Move quickly, for much like Grimio, Lorimus owes me a debt. What's to bet this guy is the demon? Ha! There's a lot more questing in this zone than I thought there would be. But I suppose that's been the trend the whole time, hasn't it? I've gone the wrong way again.
to get graceful. I don't know.
That looked bad. I get the feeling there's going to be a lot more to do here.
Congratulations. 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 Congratulations.
Gibby's pendant. Completely useless. Trust me, whatever happened to Lorimus, we can fix it. The limits of blood magic are still undefined. See, yes, I can work with this. Lorimus, the Liberties, Demon Hunter, I look forward to our reunion. Up upon the bluffs to the west lies a powerful altar, a powerful demonic altar guarded by cultists, but powerful nonetheless. If you can reach it, you can use it to bring Lorimus back to us. The altar will likely resist your efforts, so you'll have to protect Lorimus's body while the ritual completes. Bring the Demon Hunter back to me afterwards. At least he's giving me no Morrigan rep. This existed in Classic, but I don't think you actually did anything here, which was really weird. There are a whole bunch of locations like this, where it's like lots of really weird, powerful locations which you had no reason to ever come to. Bringing back Demon Hunter. How would a normal person have pulled that off? I barely made that and I was one-shotting everything. How would you have done this at level?
Congratulations.
Bring the Demon Hunter back. I imagine he's getting there under his own steam then. I see, this is the path I must take. Meet with me back in the cave, heroes. So I'm assuming that was supposed to be a group quest. Doesn't say it's supposed to be a group quest.
How may I help?
You fool! What have you done?
Farewell.
The knife is ready, Laramus is present, and he knows what he must do. I must now take the 3 amulets and use their enchantment to grant you access to Rezelik, the amulet's creator. I am prepared to perform the ritual on you and Laramus. Speak with me when you are ready.
Congratulations.
With the power within the amulets of Rezelik, I bind you to his lair.
routines.
It would seem that we are prepared to face our demon, Alexplorer. We have the amulet's blessing, we have the stone knife, and I alone know the demon's true name, Raklik. Together, we may be enough to defeat the Defiler.
Goodbye.
Hero, listen well. First, we must travel to the deathly Usha, who waits at the northern foot of the rise of the Defiler to our northwest. The Usha will take us to the top of the rise. Once there, you will help me defeat Razlik, for I fear I am not strong enough to defeat him alone. Most importantly, I need you to hold the stone knife, and do not use it until I tell you to. The knife will trap Razlik's soul within its new eternal prison. If we succeed, speak with Grimio, the Draenei.
Del Nagres.
We rise with the Defiler! Wait, no, we rise with the dawn. I'm really tired today. It's been a hell of a week. I have put a fair bit of time aside tomorrow for doing other things, which should include recording some puzzles, but we'll see how we go. Hang on. How is this supposed to work? Demon, I have returned from beyond the grave to destroy you. Death has not erased my memory. I still know your name. Raklik. Come and know your demise. Liver demon hunter, how many pieces must I cut you into this time? Enough games. What's this? Lorimus, I see they used the Altar of Storms, didn't they? You must feel it already then, the demonic energy entering your heart, your lungs, your soul. Allow me to step up the process a bit.
Congratulations.
Now, heroes, finish me while Raklik possesses my body. Quickly, use the knife on me. Time runs short. It is done. Leave me here. Then, while I wrestle with Raklik in the next world, your job here is done, heroes. And how do I get down safely? I don't. How are you, Chip? I should not be this tired.
Warm wishes to you.
Lorimus resurrected, and then he trapped the demon inside his own body? By the light. I see, so this was Kazim's plan all along. I suspected correctly, but I suppose I refuse to believe it. One last thing. Kazef left one more instruction for me within his rune. I did not understand it at first, but given the events that have taken place today, it now makes much more sense. He asked me to let you choose from one of these.
Buy on this, a car.
Which upgraded. But not enough. It's probably better than the Akkadic Stone. I lose some haste, but... Nah. Now, if I take this quest...
What can I do for you? Light bless you.
That's a level 30 quest. So I might come back and do that. Oh, I can do that now. So what was it? The only reason you see me standing aside Horde soldiers is because my duty outweighs our enmity, however slightly. We have been charged with protecting the Dark Portal from unauthorized travel, and with the recent cataclysm, we are particularly susceptible to attack. We've already heard reports of black dragons in the area. With my men focused on their duty, we need someone to keep the area demons in check. Around the portal you will find 3 demon lieutenants. Slay them. Go, my guys. Dead. No worries, Keith. Have a good one. If I don't see you for a while, then have a good weekend. I hope everyone is liking the stream. Shahandana. Dead. Only if it's convenient for you, Keith. Not required. But thank you.
Congratulations.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Need help?
Your work is appreciated, soldier. The commander leans in close and whispers, "Human, if you're still interested, I have one more small task for you."
For the Alliance.
Watch Commander Relthorn Netherwain speaks in hushed tones. "I have orders from higher up that you would be suitable for. I have seen the Horde periodically referring to a stack of papers on that barrel over there. I'd like you to take a look at those papers and find out what it is they're plotting. My duty and station prevent me from such a questionable task, but a newcomer like you might be able to slip in unnoticed."
Be careful.
Just a nonchalant human paladin. Begone, Alliance thief.
Well met.
Did you get a look at those papers?
Light bless you.
Congratulations.
Light be with you.
Certain nobody saw you? Good. Netherwayne listens to you recount the information you saw. Fairly harmless stuff. Either the Horde are foolish enough to not be planning something against us, or they're hiding their information better than I expected. Either way, well done, soldier.
Go with honor, friend.
Other than what you've seen, the portal been surprisingly quiet. There isn't much more work I can give you, I'm afraid. If you're looking for trouble, you might try the Gilnean fishing village to the southwest. Sorich, I think it is. I think it was. I know we're supposed to be friends with the Gilneans, but really? Worgen? I've had enough trouble getting used to Draenei.
For the Alliance.
Congratulations.
How do I get to Sorich? I can try and ride through the demonic pits. So this is all very different to the way it was in vanilla. This didn't used to be a forest. This used to be the Tainted Scar. It used to just be cliffs and rocks and... Probably shouldn't have come this way. This is a lot of creatures. Yeah, this area used to be sort of just canyons and stuff, and it was filled with 2 or 3 types of demons. But one of the reasons you would come here to farm is those demons would have a chance of dropping an item called the Eye of Shadow, which was half of Benediction. Took me a long time to get my Benediction. I am doing okay. I'm quite tired today, but I'm mostly okay. Welcome to Sorich, a place that I don't think I've quested from.
Ain't you a chipper looking one?
I'm not too bad. Welcome to Sorich, human. Please have a look around.
You wouldn't want to see.
Not surprisingly, most of our citizens in Sorich did not come to the blasted lands for the pleasant atmosphere. They came following the dream of an idealistic druid, Marl Wormthorn. Wormthorn believed the Tainted Scar could be healed and attempted to grow it back. Looks like he was wrong. He grew his forest, but the land is still plagued by demons, and his great tree is twisted and gnarled. I'm still hopeful. Maybe if we head into the Tainted Forest and clear out some of the taint.
Watch your back.
Ah, so you want me to clean your taint for you?
You wish to buy, trade? We are bound by a common enemy.
There is rich thorium in here. There's rich thorium in them there hills. This is a druid place. Now let's use a druid mount. I'm on the Raven Lord. Doom God destroyers, fall to my holy power.
It's too far away.
Dreadlord Defilers.
I'm out of range.
Are you going to be pointy? You were not pointy.
I need to get closer.
I'm not seeing any bog
I
lords.
can't attack that. I can't attack that. It's too far away.
Not pointy. I still need 17 points in mining. Still need 17 points in mining. There's a boglord. Oh, they're down by the mushrooms. Down by the mushroom side. Down by the mushroom side. Down by the mushroom side. The Felspore boglords are all here. Down by the mushroom side. Down by the mushroom side.
Congratulations.
Any friend agreeing is a friend of mine.
Why can't I talk to you as a flight master?
I got a bad feeling.
What can I do for you?
So the demons are all worshipping the tree? It is as I feared
day.
then. I believe that the taint of the blasted lands has finally exerted its influence over my friend Wormthorn. His experiment has failed, and his great tree now only serves as a focus for the demons to rally around. The tree must come down, and Wormthorn with it. Speak with the Cenarian Observer on the other side of town. She should have some idea how to proceed. Alexplorer, the act we are about to commit must not be made known to the town people of Surrich. Morale is low enough as it is.
That's enough gabbing for me today.
I am honored.
Well, I'm surprised that Connisport is willing to go forward with his plan. I'm also relieved. I've seen the demons rallying around Muldraz, and I share his fears.
Be careful.
We need a way to get Wormthorn's attention. Something to break him out of his trance. Something that's guaranteed to work. The few types of wildlife that manage to make a foothold in the tainted forest are without doubt affected by the land's latent energies. Your task is to collect their body parts and find a way to combine them into a vessel. If Wormthorn's trance is druidic, or even if it's demonic, a large enough vessel of tainted animal flesh should be able to break it. Kill tainted black bears, tainted night stalkers, and tainted screechers, and try to assemble their parts into a demonic vessel. So now I'm Dr. Frankenstein. No, Frankenstein. Thought it was Frankenstein. They got it wrong. Witch mount ignition? And 4 tainted hides to make a tainted hide pouch. Need screecher brains. I'm not getting screecher brains.
I need to get closer.
I got a screecher brain. One more brain, one more leg. One brain
I don't
more.
have a target. I need a target. It's too far away. I'm out of range.
Need screecher brain. Oh, what? So I destroyed the item I didn't need, and it removed all of the items from my quest log. And it removed the quest from my log. Oh. I have to hold on to the item I don't need. That's really dumb. And now I've got to go back and get the quest. Ah, really dumb. So I needed 20 of these, which came from the legs. I had more legs than I needed, so I got rid of one of them, and therefore it removed the quest from my quest log. No point. These rich thorium veins are not being pointy. These last 17 points gonna suck. So where the heck is this druid gone? Come on.
Hello, Del Madras.
I lost the other Screecher Brain when it happened as well. This is... So the really rare drop item I lost one of because...
I need to get closer. Congratulations.
Okay. That was a lot of very weird farming. Point! That one was pointy.
Oi,
Shiana's plan is a good one. Do you have the vessel,
let the
Alexplorer?
light of the new moon guide you.
Very well, Alexplorer. We have what we need to break Miles' trance and put an end to both him and his
Keep your chin
experiment.
up, eh?
When word gets out what we've done, there's no saying what the citizens of Sorich will do. They cling so closely to Wormthorn's dream. But still, it must be done. Take the demonic vessel and use it on Marl Wormthorn to pull him from his trance. Return to me when he is no more.
Long live Greymane.
Last time I saw Jen Greymane, he was falling into a Ashara's hole in the ocean. But that's way in the future of this. Have I done these before? Yes. This achievement was never obtainable, but I have it.
Congratulations.
The reason that was listed as an achievement for this zone is the Eye of Shadow I was talking about earlier, which came from the demons in this zone. But don't drop any more. Basically, when the Cataclysm happened, Benediction and Anathema were removed from the game. I got mine before Burning Crusade. No point, but an arcane crystal.
We've been walled up for far too long. Farewell.
He still won't talk to me.
How may I help you? Good day.
Is that it? Yeah, he still won't talk to me. It's possible you can't talk to him in this version of Blasted Lands. So what I may need to do
I don't have a target.
You know what? With the fact that the Flight Master's not working, I'm going to bring my own. I haven't been doing this much, but I'm... And this is all that's left of the Tainted Scar. I'm going to kill the rare spawn. I don't care. They've broken a flight point. I'm taking the free kill. Particularly considering I've got a flawless Drennis list. And I left the mining behind because I'm an idiot.
Congratulations. 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 Congratulations.
Blade of the Titans. Okay, yeah, nice. Bunch of stuff I've not had before. Cool. Actually, I'm going to use my Griffin.
Light be with you.
And this is the present version. Oh. He was level 34. I'll come back here. I'm going to call this done, and I'm going to come back here to... No, I think I need to keep it on the past version and then come back here and try and walk through the dark portal. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how I'm going to get through the dark portal. Is it going to be possible to walk through the dark portal is going to be an interesting question. So I'm going to change it back to the past version.
You need something? Be careful.
And then I'm going to... Where I want to head now... Ooh, what's the best way to get to Darnassus? What is the best way for me to get to Darnassus? I think I have to take the boat. Actually, it's not Darnassus I want to head to. It's Ashara. So what I want to do is from here, I want to fly to Booty Bay, where I actually have a quest to hand in, so that makes sense.
Greetings.
Trouble in Gnomeregan. I forgot I had that quest. But I do have a quest to hand in Booty Bay, so we fly to Booty Bay. While I'm on the Griffin, I'm going to get myself a drink. I couldn't see my screen, but I could tell when I was entering the different zones because of the music that would play. I couldn't do that again if I tried.
Can I help you?
Oh, you're the great savior of OOX17TN. I cannot even begin to express my thanks for your assistance. My homing robot series needs more developing, but your recovery has saved me countless hours of rebuilding time, as well as many gold pieces in binding costs. Please, take your choice of any of these items I have. He's offering me one. Hopefully you will make good use of one of them. Thank you again for your generous assistance. My robots and I are in your debt.
Right.
But from here, I want to catch the boat, which just pulled out. So I guess I'm going to be waiting a bit. Good chocolate. I'm fishing and the music is making it exciting.
I got what you need! Hurry back! I got the best deals anywhere! Glad I could help!
So, is anyone looking forward to the tour of Ashara? The zone named after the person. You remember all the Murlocs were saying, the Naga is servicing Ashara. I'm about to go to the zone named after the person who the Murlocs were worshipping. I was still moving with the ship even though I was off the ship. Awesome.
Yo! For real!
You'll see Ashara in more detail when I play a Horde character, which will be a while. I'd expect it to be maybe 12 months. And the weird thing is, in these, this is 35, in the 34 streams I've done till now, I've quested through all of these areas. Well, not the one I just flew over, because there's no Alliance quests in that zone. But I've quested through all of this zone. And I quested through all of this zone for like 5 streams on Turtle WoW, because it was so much slower. And that's not a bad thing, it's just the way it was. Doing all of the quests, you do less quests and take a lot longer to do them in the original game. But the whole point of this is, this has been what, 100 hours or so? This has been 4 days and 14 hours on this character, and I'm nowhere near. Like, it's going to take me, I'd say, 300 hours, if not longer, at the accelerated rate to play through the bits of the story I want to play on this character. So that's going to take me, you know, a year, maybe a bit less, but it's going to take me a very long time. Because it's like, at the accelerated rate of playing all the quests, it's still going to take me a very long time. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes, because there's still so much more to do. Like, I've barely scratched the surface. Like, barely scratched the surface. I mean, as you saw with Bremick, who has done like 1.5 of the 8 zones in Battle for Azeroth, and he's at stream 10, and he's still like out leveling stuff. So, and there's going to be stuff I can't solo and all sorts of stuff. So, and there's other expansions that are going to be just as long, and there's just so much. Burning Crusade is going to be not as long as Classic. There's not as many zones. There's really only 5 zones and a lot of dungeons. But those zones are more detailed than most of the zones in this game. And the stories are way more threaded. Yeah, it's going to be really, really good. And then Lich King gets crazy. 6 zones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 zones. No, there are 7 zones in 8 really, but in Wrath of the Lich King, Burning Crusade. But And all of them are long and detailed. So I'd say most of them are double the length of the average zone in Classic, if not longer. So yeah, there's a lot to do. Although they ramped them up in Cataclysm, so maybe, I don't know, it's going to be hard to see. I'll find out when I get there. So I'm going to swap my mounts over. And I'm actually going to change my flying mount. Probably to an Azure Drake. No, Blue Drake. And you may be thinking, why are you going to use a Blue Drake for Ashara? And the reason is, Ashara is the zone where Azurgos, the blue dragon, would spawn. The blue dragon spirit. So this is the zone where you would fight Azurgos. And the reason I want to be able to fly is because this is now a horde zone. I have not encountered Ursula before, so... And I got an item I haven't seen before, so cool. So on Turtle WoW, you saw me go into Ashara a little bit in order to pick up the flight point. Interesting. That's an alliance banner in a horde zone. So Talendris Point still exists. So there used to be a flight point up here, but I imagine Talendris Point is now just a place where the horde come to kill things. So the flight master that used to be here has been removed. The vendor that was here, the leatherworking trader that was here has been removed. This is just a place where horde come to kill things now, which is a real shame because this is now full on a horde zone. So there used to be demon camps in this area. And you used to come here. So Talendris has grown. But there used to be demon camps down there, and you would go there to fight demons. And you would get quests to fight demons. Now, some of the locations in this zone were really, really interesting. Because what you would have is these cliff rages and the cliff crushers. Yeah, these used to be elite. They still are by the look of it, but they would be really, really hard stuff. And I don't know if it still exists in the zone or not. We will find out. That's not what I was going for, but I'll kill a rare spawn. But there used to be a gate along here, and I think it's gone? No, it's up here. Okay, I'm in the wrong spot. So I should go back and see if the ruins of Eldereth are still there. So you used to come up and you'd go into the ruins of Eldereth, and the ruins of Eldereth are the ruins of a night elf city, which used to be, I believe, Ashara's city, and a large chunk of it was sunk into the water. And there used to be an instance portal out in the water. So there'd be an underwater area with a blocked off instance portal, but it was obviously like something's going to be here, and then nothing ever happened. Oh my lord, this has been completely changed. This is where the ruins used to be. But the Horde have come in. That over there is gates to Orgrimmar. There were no gates to Orgrimmar into it in the original version. The ruins to Eldorath is still over there. Okay. So I've obviously been a little displaced. And this is the rocket thing where you can basically ride a roller coaster all the way along the zone if you're Horde. There's an achievement tied to that. More Horde cities, but that's okay. It's a Horde starting zone. And these were the ruins of Eldorath. Oh my lord, everything is... Okay, they've mined it. So yes, there'd be a lot of Naga and these Sons of Arakox here. And these were always quite high level. And you would get a quest to come in here and collect items from them, because every quest is a collection quest. And then you would come into here, and in here on this was these guys. And you would need to kill, may not be him, but there was a named in here that you would have to kill, who was quite tough. And I think you had to lower his protective shield. So you would be out questing to get items so you could lower his protective shield. This is all very different to the way it used to be. Oh, this didn't exist. So out in the water, there used to be more elvish ruins, and in the water there were sunken elvish ruins and everything. Along the beach, these used to exist. And there would be Naga along the beach with turtles. Yep, there's turtles. So this is still a thing. And traveling through this on foot was always tricky because you'd have to find paths up and everything through all of this. It was really, really weird. Ashara was a very hard zone to navigate, but all of these ruins did exist, and you'd end up coming up. And these blue crystals were here because this is where you used to fight Azurgos. Okay. I'll check something about those. Apparently they're worth a lot. Okay. But as you would come out here, oh, this town didn't exist for sure. But you would come out here and Azurgos would be spawning. Glad I didn't kill him. Azurgos would spawn in this area, but there was no buildings or anything around here. But as you would come out here, you could cross this bridge and there'd be statues over here because there would be, I think there were basilisks over here, but there'd be statues of adventurers that had been frozen. But this is one of the great statues that has fallen. You can see the legs and the top has fallen off. And one of the interesting things about Ashara used to be this island here, which used to be where you'd have to come. I think it was this island. It might be a different one. I'm pretty certain it's this island. It might have been one that's been fractured. It might have been further north, where you'd have to come and meet the Hydraxian Waterlords, which were the guys who you get reputation for in Molten Core. And those runes at the bosses didn't just automatically go out. You'd have to come out here and talk to Lord Hydraxis, and he will give you an Aqual Quintessence, and the Aqual Quintessence would allow you to put out one rune. So you would need 8 people in the raid who had come out here, earned the rep to get the Aqual Quintessence, and then come out here and gotten their Aqual Quintessence to be able to go in and put out the rune so you could summon the last 2 bosses in Molten Core. It was insane. The Tower of Eldara was a quest area, but this all used to be connected up here. And this used to all be one large landmass. There did used to be beaches down here, but this used to all connect up. But the Cataclysm just completely... Now these muckraks, I can't remember what they're called, used to be here. But this land used to connect up. And this used to be one of the areas you would come to, first of all for fighting the cliff guys a little bit. Wow, there's black dragons here? But you would come here. This, of course, is one of the ends of the roller coaster. But there used to be fell ruins here. A bunch of them have obviously fallen into the ocean because they used to be here. There might be some remains of them just here. But there used to be fell ruins, and in those used to be demons. And you would fight the demons, and it was one of the places where you could get fell cloth, this stuff. Because fell cloth was needed to make moon cloth, which was some of the highest level tailoring recipes. So these demons here, the Lagashi demons. Now I'm assuming they can't drop fell cloth. Actually, they probably can because of the level scaling. But these demons here were constantly being farmed because people were killing them for fell cloth, because you needed fell cloth to make moon. Now fell cloth was useful on its own, but you needed fell cloth to make moon cloth, and moon cloth was used to make moon cloth bags and some of the best healing gear. So these areas here, I remember spending hours and hours. The fact that they drop linen cloth is just weird, because you would come here to farm rune cloth, but I would spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours farming this particular camp and a few others, because and just competing with a lot of other people because of the fell cloth drops. Now there are better places to farm fell cloth, but you would come up here and you would hope for a chest to be up here, because it would mean that you would probably get some more money. And yeah, this farming route is something that you just got to know, because particularly if you had a tailor, and Bremick was a tailor.
It's too far away.
And of course, that's all gone now. This was the only camp in the game that had... There used to be mobs in this area that used to be the only mobs of a particular type. They were a particular faction, and they seem to have changed it, but I can't remember what it was. But there was a particular faction in the game that became relevant in Burning Crusade, and these were the only places that they were. And then I think it was down... Yeah, this is all changed because the Horde have taken it. There used to be more places to farm. Fellcloth as well, but the land isn't familiar because it's all been broken up by the Cataclysm and the Horde have taken it. But there used to be another demon camp. I thought it was around here. I thought it was just in here. Yeah, it definitely was around here somewhere. But one incredibly important... I have no idea if anyone's even paying attention. But one incredibly important location, if I can find it, if it's still here, was this. And this now actually seems to be a path, which is weird. This used to be the Timbermore Gate. I thought. There used to be, they've obviously changed it, but there used to be a Timbermore Gate because under Hyjal, so under this zone here, there are multiple paths around. So there's a Timbermore hold through here and through here. So the Timbermore sort of own a group of furbolgs who own basically a large chunk of this area. And what you would need to do is, well, I'll probably still need to do it in Fellwood, but you would need to grind rep with the Timbermore to be able to make it safely to Winterspring. Of course, now you can just fly. But this used to be a wizard quest. You would come here and talk to them and take the portal, and it would teleport you up to the wizard's tower up here. And it used to be the only way to get up here. Of course, now you can fly. So you'd have to grind items in order for this person to be able to power up the teleporter for you to get up there. But it looks like the Timbermore Gate has been removed. Wow, this is so different. The Horde have just taken everything. What is this? Yeah, the Horde get a golf course. In the Cataclysm, they took stuff away from the Alliance and they gave all sorts of cool stuff to the Horde. I remember around that time, you would frequently get the developers coming out on stage to announce the next big thing, and they'd come out wearing Horde t-shirts, and they'd come out going, Lochtolagar, or, you know, for the Horde and everything. And half of their player base would just be like, yeah. What are you going to screw us with this time?
Elune be with you.
Fly me to Astronaut, please. So that was Ashara in its current format. Hopefully I'll do more on Turtlewell. And chat completely dead. No one cares. But the expansion that Bremic is currently going through, remember we'd had the Cataclysm where the Alliance, someone did the math at one point, I may have the numbers wrong, but someone said like the Alliance lost 6 towns and like a dozen settlements and a major city and everything, and the Horde gained all of this stuff and everything, but you know, they lost like 3 towns but gained a major city and all of this and a zone and all of this. And it was like, it just felt really unbalanced and just horrible, and all of the really pretty Alliance zones got turned into something that was really ugly, whereas a lot of the neutral zones got turned into Horde zones, and a lot of the pretty zone, a lot of the Horde zones got real revamp. Orgrimmar got a huge revamp and redone, and it was like, okay, so you've done the Horde, and then a few expansions later, they start destroying Alliance capital cities, and it was like, you know, we're sick of being the punching bag of the developers. It's like, you wanted a game where, I remember a lot of they ended up changing it so that PvP, I don't know of the reason, but I remember a lot of my Alliance friends who used to do a lot of PvP, they just said, that's it, I'm done. I'm not being PvPing on Alliance. All the Horde who want to PvP, they screw them. We're just playing PvE now. Because it just, sick of giving them all the benefits they want. I mean, there was still a lot of PvP, but it just started going down and down and down. A lot of the Alliance players I know, they didn't re-roll Horde. They just stopped playing. And I still remember the thing that made me stop playing. And I'm going to do a quick show here. I just need to be in and in so I can log out. So I had 2 characters I was playing in Legion. I had Bremic, who was my, at the time, I can't remember what the level cap was, 110 or something, was before the level squish. So I had Bremic, who was my Alliance Shadow Priest, who was raiding heroic raids and had the artifact weapon and everything fully kitted out, had done absolutely everything. Then I had Exbrem, who was my Horde Priest. This one hasn't been logged on yet. But he had exactly the same build on exactly the same computer. The gear wasn't as good because I was only running, I wasn't running the mythic dungeons at the same level or anything. So I was running only really heroic dungeons and looking for raid. His gear was not as good. So he was running with just crappy gear, but exactly the same build on exactly the same computer with exactly the same add-ons with exactly the same player. The only difference was the faction and that Bremic had much better gear. Exbrem would do more damage. The Horde Priest would do more damage overall, particularly in PvP. I could take Exbrem into PvP and my DPS, by logs, my DPS was about 30% higher than Bremic's. Consistently. And it was dumb. It's literally a case of, here you go. I've got 2 identical characters, and this one, which the only difference was this Alliance symbol versus this Horde symbol, and this one had literally double the stats, nearly, and was doing less damage. And it was enough for me to go, you know what? I'm done with the bigotry in this game. And that's when I stopped playing. And it's one of the reasons why I don't want to return to PvP. I know, I mean, they've changed PvP now that you will get matched up with PvP isn't Horde versus Alliance anymore, is my understanding. Probably because there was no point. There was just no point. I don't think they had any interest in balancing PvP. I think they just wanted to make it that they needed to make it that the Horde had someone to play against, because most of the Alliance people I know gave up. Like every single person who turned around and said, I play because I love PvP, was Horde. Every single one of them. And even some of the Alliance raiders I knew, they would have an Alliance character for PvE and a Horde character for PvP, because there was just no point playing Alliance. And it was like, then who are you PvPing against? And it's like people who are dumb enough to still PvP on Alliance was the answer. Yeah, rolling, because I wanted to, the reason I rolled Exprem is I wanted to see the other side of the story. And I wanted to see what it was like doing the zones and everything from the Horde perspective. And when I got to Legion, the end game, and all of the logs were like, I was seeing numbers on Exprem and just going, wait a minute, this is just broken. Why is it that Exprem is doing so much more damage? And I did log captures and I uploaded them into, there was a website at the time that would do log tracking, and it was just consistent. It was just absolutely consistent that Exprem would do more damage than Brimmick. He'd have an easier time out questing because the mobs would die more easily. He'd have a much easier time in dungeons of the same difficulty. I'm assuming that's been fixed, but I don't know. But yeah, it was literally a case of it very, very clear that the developers were doing the whole, the Horde have to be amazing. And then Battle for Azeroth was the expansion after I did it. And then I just heard nothing but, you know, Alliance gets wiped out. Alliance loses more cities. Alliance, like when I heard that Teldrassil gets destroyed, it was like, really? Just why? Like, why are you taking all of the really nice stuff that the Alliance has and just destroying it? Yeah. Anyway, here we are at the border to Felwood. I have no idea whether this has become a Horde zone or not. So this is Felwood. And it's a very long and thin zone. And the really weird thing about it is the only flight point the Alliance used to have was up here in Telebranch Glade. So if you were questing down here, you'd literally have to come in via Ashenvale. And if you were questing in the middle, it was always a very long ride. And all of the mounts at the time were 40% speed. I need an appropriate mount for Felwood. Do I have anything that is a ground mount? Maybe? You know what? I might do this. That looks really horrible and disgusting. That looks very appropriate. Death Howl, huh? It's nearly midnight. I'm trying to decide if I want to start Felwood or if I want to set my Hearthstone here, because I think I can.
How we shall meet again.
I thought I changed the favorite. No, remove favorite there, right.
I need a target.
Greetings, traveler. Go in peace. Ah, I've been expecting you.
So there is definitely no inn here. So what I should do, now that I've got the flight point here,
Greetings.
is fly back to Astronar, set my Hearthstone back in Astronar. I can't believe I'm back in Astronar. And then start Felwood as tomorrow morning, fresh, and do it as a full thing. Because I was saying about an hour ago that I was tired, and I'm obviously a little grumpy. It's been a week. So let's not start one of my favourite zones tired and grumpy. Now, I know I already had the flight point unlocked, but now I've been there and got the flight point for, in my mind, for this character. So that feels a lot better. I've picked my Felwood mount, which is cool. I didn't stop via an auction house because I'm a little bit dumb in that regard, but okay. And I timed it well because they're shutting the server down. So that actually turned out really well. So with that, I'm going to say goodnight to everyone, and I will see you all probably in about 10 hours when I'm going to wake up, hopefully refreshed, and then try Felwood. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed Blasted Lands and the tour of Ashara, and we hope tomorrow that I'll be a little bit less grumpy and a little bit more relaxed, and I'll be able to do more. I'll only be able to play for a few hours in the morning, but we'll see how it all goes. Thanks, everyone. And as always, good luck finding the quests that make you happy. Bye, everyone.